It's not coming until Friday.
Spencer is here for PeterboroughtSpeedway.com. PeterboroughtSpeedway.com. Talking about the Autumn Colors Classic coming up Thanksgiving weekend. I'm here with Warren Paxton. Getting ready for the mini stock division. The mini stock division is always the hardest one to qualify for because you get a ton of cars from all over the province and no provisionals. You got to race your way in the way it's supposed to be. Does that come with a little bit of pressure when you unload on Thursday night?
Yeah, it does. We look forward to the Autumn Colors weekend every year. It's always a lot of fun, and we didn't have the opportunity or we didn't take the opportunity to run the chase this year, I should say. So, like you say, the provisional's out of the question. But I think we generally have had a pretty good piece right off the trailer showing up there in October. We've tried to qualify with a provisional before and never succeeded with that. So it seems like when we get into the cold weather in the fall, our car really comes to life, and it seems to be something that works out there. So we're going to go out, give it our best shot, and I guess, all being equal, hopefully we'll get in. If not, we'll just party and have fun with everybody else.
I mean, Peterborough being the heads-up start that it is, I mean, you got to have a good qualifying run. You sort of have the inverted heats where you have two chances at it. I mean, does that sort of mean that it's all up to the pill draw? You get a bad pill draw, you start middle of the pack in both your heat races. Does that mean it's awfully tough for you to have a good showing?
Yeah, I mean, you know what? At the end of the day, last year I actually qualified in through the B main, right? I ended up running through that.
You were Mr. Saturday Night.
I was Mr. Saturday Night. Won the B main start. I think we rolled off like 27th on Sunday, so and got up to 7th. So it'd be nice to have a little bit better spot, and that pill draw is important, but it's not the be-all end-all. As long as you've got a fairly decent piece of equipment and can keep your nose clean, you're going to find your way into the show. And it's all just about getting the best starting position, getting good track position before the race even starts come Sunday, so that you've got a chance to get to the front by the end.
When you compare the lap distance to a lot of the other races, the pro lates go out for 115 and the limited lates go for 75. 35 laps around Peterborough, it's not a long time. I mean, do you find that it's if you get into a rhythm of a long green flag run, the race is almost over right after it starts?
Yeah, it's an interesting race because, like you say, the extended distance, doing 50 laps out there really does, if it gets spread out on a long green run and you happen to get caught behind some cars or a little bit slower getting through the traffic, you've got a lot of ground to make up. You're almost looking for that late race caution to bring you back in with the rest of the field. The other interesting thing out there is that with the lap cars being left in on the restarts, that makes for some really interesting late race dynamics when you've got them in the middle of the pack or broken in throughout the field when you've got to restart with, say, 10-5 to go. So.
What is it about the atmosphere that keeps you coming back? Because I know you said that even if you don't qualify, you'll still have a good time, you'll still party. So
yeah.
What is it about the event that keeps you coming back to Peterborough Speedway every year? Because it seems like it gets bigger every season.
Yeah, it's it's always a good time. It's always the atmosphere there. You see people there that you may not even see all year otherwise, but they're coming out to the classic. They want to be there. They want to be part of it. You get 3 days to kind of hang out, shoot the breeze with everybody. Yeah, everybody races hard, but then you go back, and if you want to have a drink or just get together and kind of sit around the fire sort of thing, it's a good time. And I think there's a lot of people that just look forward to that every year. We certainly do. And I went for a few years without a race car, and I guess the last 3 we went with a car. And that's why I say if things don't pan out the way we hope, then we'll still have a good time.
But when you look at your resume and you look at, I mean, you've won a lot of races at Sunset, but nothing would really compare to the Classic. If you could put that on your resume, what would it mean to your whole program, your whole family-run team?
No, it'd be awesome to pull one off out there. Would be that's got to be the top of the pile, right? I mean, it's kind of one of those crown jewel things that's up until the last little bit, it seemed out of reach. We've got a car that lately, anyways, it looks like it's coming to life. It seems to be working pretty well. So hopefully we can continue that up until that point and go in there with a fair bit of momentum and a head of steam behind us and go for the win.
There you have, folks. Warren Paxton, he's all ready for the Autumn Colors Classic coming up Thanksgiving weekend. Peterborough Speedway. Warren wouldn't miss it, and you shouldn't either. Warren, thanks so much for the time.